Hello everybody, this is Pyra, and today is Tuesday. Almost said Monday, but Tuesday, March 26th, and Dawntrail pre-orders have already began depending on what country you are in. We are actually less than an hour away from North America to be able to pre-order Dawntrail, and I just wanted to go over the lodestone. We got a couple of updates in the past day or so just a quick couple of updates on what you can expect from pre-orders. So all this information is on the lodestone and other specialty Dawntrail website. I will add the links below. So it states here pre-orders for both standard and collector's edition of Dawntrail are going to begin on Tuesday, March 26th at 9 a.m. PDT. So that is 9 a.m. Pacific. For East Coasters like myself, that is noontime on today, Tuesday, March 26th. And now with pre-ordering, you will be able to participate in early access to Dawntrail, which is Friday the 28th of June. And as well, you get 2 bonus in-game items, including a minion and an accessory, which grants an increase in XP by defeating enemies up to level 90. And now these are separate from the items in the Collector's Edition. And so now today is the release date. Early access date is Friday, June 28th at 2 a.m. Pacific. So very early in the morning. Sometimes it gets a little bit earlier, but that is the set release date as we know it currently. Now the pre-order bonuses, these you will get right away. Given time, have to wait for your little in-game Moogle mail delivery person to get it to you, but you will be receiving the wind-up Zidane minion as well as Azema's earring. And so these are the earrings that help with the EXP bonuses up to level 90. So if you have classes that you want to get to level 90 before Dawntrail, this is a great addition to have. It'll help get your boost of XP a little bit faster. And now it shows here for details regarding pre-orders and how to purchase them to visit the Dawntrail website. And when you go to the Dawntrail website, this is how it looks currently. So it shows Dawntrail on sale July 2nd. Of course, that is if you do not partake in the pre-orders. If you partake in the pre-orders, you get that early access period, which I will always do. I always recommend. Of course, it's showing your Zidane minion in detail if you wanted to look further at the minion that we're getting in-game for the pre-orders, as well as Azema's earring. And then it shows here it actually increases your EXP earned by 30%. And I believe this is typically stacked with like FC buffs or food buffs or things like that. So this is definitely a good thing to have if you have not gotten up to 90, or if you want to get some alt classes up to 90 between now and Dawntrail. Another thing that this will help with as well is in Dawntrail. So we have 2 new classes coming out for Viper and Pictomancer. Those usually start, I believe, 10 levels below the max level. So this will definitely help you get from 80 to 90 on Picto and Viper as soon as possible. And then the next section, of course, this is early access to Dawntrail. So pretty much exactly what we've said. You get that early access period from Friday all the way through Tuesday, the official release date for Dawntrail, which is a great bonus if you're someone who likes to get in as soon as possible, try all the new things. This is a great option for you to get into the game a little bit sooner. And the next section on their specialty website is how to redeem pre-order bonuses. So it shows you drop-down menu for each different platform: PlayStation, Xbox, Windows, Mac, and Steam. I'm a Windows user, so if I go to Windows, it'll show me how to go through the pre-order bonuses, how to get from one step to another. You have to pre-order, of course, and then it shows you how to put your registration code in, where to put your registration code in, and how to redeem your items. So I would recommend go to the site if you have questions, choose whichever platform of your choice, and follow through the steps in order to get access to your pre-order bonuses as soon as possible. And of course, as we heard in the PAX East Dawntrail panel this past weekend, there are 2 different versions, Collector's Edition and Standard Edition. The Standard Edition is only going to be $40 for digital download. They did note that this is only available for digital download now. The most devices don't use disc anymore, and so this is only available for digital download. And then for Collector's Edition, of course, we have 2 different types of Collector's Edition. One with this physical item right here, If you want an in-depth detail of what these items are, you can check out my last video. I will link it below. However, it shows you here a little bit extra of what you will be receiving, the price, and then, of course, digital download right here. It shows you that and the price. I do also have the digital collector's edition rewards on my last video, so check that out if you are interested in learning a little bit more about those rewards. And speaking of those rewards, here's just a quick look at them as well. In-game bonus items, you get the Arc Mount, the Wind-Up Garnet Minion, and the Chocobo Brush for Pictomancer. And of course, it also shows the physical goods. If you are purchasing that version of the collector's edition, I do recommend just go through here. It has a little bit more detail than we've seen before, so definitely go through, see the additional pictures, and see if it's something that you'd like to purchase. And so I did not find a good place to see how to purchase the pre-order for Dawntrail. However, if you go to their Twitter page right here, it gives you a link straight to the Square Enix store. So you can go to the Square Enix store to do your pre-orders, to get your early access, to get your collector's edition. And this doesn't start until 9 a.m. PST, PDT. So if I go to the Square Enix store, it's just going to tell me not available right now, but you can see as of this moment, and by the time this video launches, you should see probably a little bit different, but you can see the shop where you can purchase the collector's edition, where you can purchase the game. It shows collector's edition for Windows, Mac, and collector's box for anybody who's on PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam. And of course, it gives you some of the similar details that we had just seen, as well as other items for purchase that they usually always have on the Square Enix store. So please keep an eye out for this. I would recommend, if you were somehow watching this in the next half hour, which is probably not likely, but if you were somehow watching this before this goes live, keep an eye out on the Twitter page. Honestly, that is where I get the majority of information, sometimes faster than the Lodestone. The Final Fantasy XIV team is really good at pushing forward information on their social media platforms, so definitely check out here. And so I was going to release this video before the pre-orders started. However, I am seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter about pre-orders, and I thought that this is a good place to kind of add them in. First is from Mr. Happy. If you don't know who Mr. Happy is, he is probably one of, if not the biggest 14 creator out there. He's been playing the game forever now and has a lot of great information, so no shout out needed because that man is pretty well known. However, shout out to him for this comment and this reminder on Twitter that you can't mix and match your versions of Dawntrail, your versions of any expansion. So if you are a Windows player, you have to buy a Windows player. If you buy the Steam edition, you're going to need the Steam version for everything else. Same with consoles. If you buy the PlayStation version, you can't just have the Xbox version unlocked or the Windows or anything of that nature. Whatever edition you buy needs to match currently with the one you own, or you will be needing to buy a lot more. So definitely keep that in mind. I know some people do buy both the full versions in console and on Windows, just in case if they go back and forth. But do keep this in mind. This is very important, especially if you're a new player that hasn't gone through the expansion purchases before. You must get the same version that you play on currently. And so here is another piece of advice too, because I have seen a lot of people on Twitter have issues purchasing the game for just the collector's edition, and they were making workarounds. However, I did just get this lovely comment from Aster on Twitter about using the standard edition page in order to get your digital collector's edition. They don't really do this as well so far from what I'm seeing. If I actually just go to the EU page, I can't purchase this because I'm not in EU. However, this is a good example of what the page will look like. So if you go to the standard edition of Dawntrail, you can get digital collector's edition right here. So this I think is a great tip. I was going to add this when the US version came out, but I do want to get this uploaded as soon as possible for those who need it. But yes, definitely a great tool if you are purchasing either just the standard edition or the collector's edition of Dawntrail. And until then, I am going to be very hyped until I get my hands on the digital collector's edition. That is the version that I'm going for this time. Let me know in the comments below if you are pre-ordering Dawntrail, if you're getting the collector's edition, which collector's edition are you getting? I'd love to know. I'm really interested in the box, but I'm gonna kind of wait because I'm not 100% if I want the box yet, the physical edition yet. It's not that I don't want it, it's just the money. So we will see if I do end up going through with that. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in game. Bye.